Hey guys, Necroxis here, and I kind of trolled you with the title of this video because you might have clicked on it thinking, oh god, what's Necro going to be bitching about from the Warcraft movie that he doesn't like? But actually, I'm doing the opposite. So, for those of you who didn't see, there was a bunch of Warcraft movie stuff that was happening yesterday at San Diego Comic-Con. A like 5-minute, not even like a trailer, but like a 5-minute sneak peek was shown where it showed Gul'dan and Draka, who was pregnant. It showed Gul'dan, which Gul'dan looks just like Gul'dan from Warlords of Draenor. They showed Lothar and Lane and the humans fighting the orcs. They showed a whole bunch of stuff. So, but of course afterwards, they also showed a bunch of pictures of basically all the characters, because at the panel, like literally every person in the movie was there. Like they had all of the actors and actresses. And yeah, it was awesome. But after it was over, on the internet, you had those people who decided to bitch about one of the stupidest things possibly, such little nitpicky, little dumb things, that I'm going to explain why that's a stupid complaint for every single one right now. So here we go. I think I'm going to go with what annoyed me the least to what annoyed me the most. And to begin with, people complaining about Stormwind and how it looks in the movie. Now, in the Warcraft movie, Stormwind looks like this. Pretty big, huh? Looks just like the Stormwind in the game right now, except that there aren't statues at in the Valley of Heroes yet, because those get built after the Second War when the Dark Portals closed and people thought all those people were dead because they were trapped on Outland. This is how Stormwind looked in Warcraft 1. Not very big, huh? So I see people complaining like, oh, they made Stormwind the new Stormwind instead of the old Stormwind. And I'm just like, I wonder why, with a giant budget, they chose to make the majestic-looking, enormous town instead of the little shit camp, the little tiny castle that Stormwind was in Warcraft 1. I wonder why. It's not like it's going to change anything. Stormwind is still going to get destroyed, hopefully, if they're sticking true to the story, which it seems like they are, for the most part. Stormwind's still going to get destroyed at the end of the First War, so who cares? Who gives a shit? Why does it matter? Why? Such a needless thing to complain about. It doesn't affect anything. Going along with Stormwind, there's also the complaint about Dalaran, which is flying in some artwork that we've seen from the movie. And Dalaran did not start flying until Wrath of the Lich King, when the mages lifted up Dalaran and flew to Northrend and go fight Malygos. Once again, what's the big deal? They need to find a really quick and easy way to distinguish the giant city of Stormwind from the giant city of Dalaran. They do look different, but another way to do that, a really easy and simple way to do that, and one that makes sense, is to show Dalaran flying, which it eventually does. It further signifies, as you can tell, these people bitching about this crap are frustrating me a little bit. It further signifies that it is a city of mages, and there's a lot of magical shit going on there. Wow. So I really don't see what the complaint is there. What does it affect? Nothing. Nothing at all. Let's move on to characters now. The character of Lothar, we got a really nice poster of Lothar yesterday, as well as one of Durotan, which we can see right here. I don't really care about the people complaining about Durotan and, he doesn't look this, he doesn't look that. I think he looks fine. Once again, they need to distinguish the orcs because they're all CGI, so making Durotan look less super pumped up steroid angry compared to like Orgrim, I think that makes sense. He looks fine to me, whatever. What people are more complaining about that I've seen is Lothar. So here is Lothar. And he looks pretty awesome, I would say. But people are complaining that Lothar looks too young, because this is most of the official artwork we have of Lothar is right here. Now, what people fail to take into account is that this Lothar is the Second War Lothar who dies. And this Lothar is obviously older. There are a couple things to know about this, is that in the First War, in Warcraft 1, Lothar looked like this. Much closer, to the actual actor. Almost identical with the beard and the hair. because he looked just like this in the First War, and this movie is covering the First War. Secondly, there was a time jump initially before they changed it a little bit between Warcraft 1 and Warcraft 2. I don't remember the exact number of years, but it made sense why Lothar looked older. They went back on that. I believe it's only like a year now, or it might be immediately afterwards the Second War takes place. I think it's like a year. I don't have time to look it up because I don't care that much about this complaint. So, as you can see, why does it make a difference? Lothar is childhood friends with Lane and Khadgar. It never really made sense to me in the lore why Lothar would look like 20 years older than the other two. Because, before Khadgar gets aged up, he's a young man, and Lane is a young man, for the most part. I mean, young as in, like, 30s or so. So it never made sense that Lothar looked like he's 65, but still was somehow childhood friends with Lane and Khadgar. Didn't make sense to me. Finally, the complaint that really irks me the most is about Garona. So here's Paula Patton as Garona. Kind of a blurry picture, but looks cool nonetheless. Until you see a bunch of people whining and complaining that she looks way too sexy. And in full disclosure here, the people I see complaining about this are almost exclusively women. Pause before you write that hate comment. And also almost exclusively sex-negative women that I know. And I'm not getting into like political stuff, but sex negativity is you're hostile toward anything that like sexualizes men and women. And I see these people complaining or like, Garona's too sexy, she does not look like that in the official lore, blah, 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 blah. And so I went through all of the official pictures I could find of Garona, and what I'm counting as official pictures are things of actual licensed Blizzard products, game manuals, drawings from actual Blizzard, either artists or Chris Metzen himself, as you're going to see in a second, the comic, which is official, the trading card game artwork, which is official. I went through all of those things I could find, and here are some of the pictures. Here's Paula Patton's Garona again, and then here's one of the official pictures. Here's another, and another, and another, and another. There's a whole bunch. Wow. She really does not look like the official artwork, huh? She's definitely way too sexy, am I right? That's it. I can't handle it. I'm out. I'm done. I'm fucking tired of these people.